If you guys are out there, let me know in the chat, because I'm using Navi to restream this to all my platforms just to see if hey, Bonnie, where are you from? Are you Facebook? Are you YouTube? Are you Periscope? I see it. So cool. I'm gonna play a little bit. This is what we're gonna have. Hey, Abe, we're gonna have our concert right here. I want to play you a little bit of my scariest song that I'm going to do tonight, just to get ready. Between you and me, if you were a sea, you'd be storm-tossed. Hello. If you were a city, your walls would be falling down. Hi, Terry. Let me know how it sounds, because this is my setup. If you were a child, you'd be lost and forlorn in the dark. But you are a soul who is losing control and still grasping in fragments of a fractured heart. I'm glad you got it, Abe. Well, how could this be? You're so polished and well presented, so savvy and witty and always on top of your game. Good. No one would guess that the night hours bring questions that haunt you. It's not supposed to happen. You're strong and you're smart, but still grasping at fragments of a fractured heart. How does a stony soul grow tranquil? How does a tattered destiny mend? How does a stony self find mercy? Only when we learn to bend. Only when we learn to bend. That is my trickiest tune tonight, and I'm going to be doing it with my friend Kim Richmond from, the guy I'm always bragging about. My one degree away from a Grammy is Kim Richmond. And so every time Kim and I have played, he really digs my music a lot, but there's always something wrong with my charts, because he's like this epic pro arranger. And so he's, I'm kind of like the, I don't know, I'm always trying to catch up with him, but I'm just thrilled he's going to be here, and this is going to be really cool. So we've got our piano. I won't be playing piano tonight, but we'll be doing this, and we'll have the sax. He's bringing clarinet, flute, soprano sax, and tenor sax. And I'm going to be doing about 6 tunes, and so we'll mix it up on those instruments, and he gets all the fills and all the solos, and it should be really sweet. It should be really nice. And we're doing it kind of this ambient sound, and so you're going to be picking up the room, and hopefully it'll be good. I guess you guys like the sound so far. I love the fact that I can be streaming to a lot of different platforms, but I feel like you're farther away from me because I just see these chat lines. I don't get to see hearts. I don't get to see numbers. But I'm trusting you're there, and that if you have any questions for me or whatever, or if it sounds weird or something's going on, you will let me know, and we'll carry on. Yay. Well, Cindy, go for it. All right, so guys, I have been preparing for this concert, which is good, and I wanted to share something with you related to that because of our fear-free topic. And one of the things I kind of went back into was, the acoustics are good. Good. Oh, yay. All right. I told you on Friday that even though I've overcome an awful lot, there's still places in me that I could go to give space for fear and anxiety, especially if in this case I'm dealing with and inviting someone who is, on a whole other part of musicianship, just a great guy. I think you find in any industry that the people who are the best and the highest levels are often the most humble, and they don't have anything to prove, and so they actually can be the most affirming and loving people. And I think Kim is definitely one of those. But those are the kinds of people you don't want to mess up with either. You don't want to disappoint them. And I was thinking about what was going on from some of my trauma B stuff, the terrifying performance anxiety things that I experienced. And I was able to go back in, and God identified for me some lingering shame and embarrassment. And I was able to invite him into that. And one of my friends on Periscope, Pearl, gave me some information about a ministry that teaches you how to move out of your head and down into your heart, into your spirit, and to have Jesus come into that with you. And so I was doing that, and it was really, really cool. And that's one of the things we want to do as people who are overcoming trauma A and trauma B, is learn how to move out of our head, although we want to rewire, right? And move into the place where his spirit is flowing out of us, and let him be with us in our discomfort, to receive his ministry in the midst of our discomfort. And that's where he comes. He wants to be right there where our battle is, and not in some intellectualized version of, I should feel better by now. Why don't I feel better? Of course I trust God. Of course it's okay. I do all these things. That was that flat canvas of all the things that we do to assure that we're okay. And, oh gosh, Abe, I'm so encouraged. That means a lot to me. Because one of the things that I know God has called me to do is minister out of vulnerability. To be somebody who comes up and kind of goes, here, let you see the stuff that's not all put together and is not comfortable and isn't perfectly produced, and the cacks of life, right? And so that's where Yeshua wants to be. That's where Jesus wants to be with us in these. I have a song. Isn't that beautiful? I can't tell you how many times I play that song. And, you don't get out to play. You don't lean forward to become anything unless you get used to publicly being exactly where you are. Exactly where you are. How could I move into any more confidence if I couldn't offer what I am now today, which is going to be somewhere between, on a spectrum of confidence, on a spectrum of capability. It's going to be somewhere in there. It's not going to be over here where I want it all to be. And so that means letting people know that it's not all a done deal. And so I think this Periscope experience for me, and hopefully for some of you, has been healing, because one of the things I did not want to do, and I was unhappy about, I wanted to hide behind a production that I could present, like the Dream Farm radio shows. I wanted to hide behind that, put those out there, and they are at a reasonably good quality of production, and fade in, fade outs. The music is well done. My voiceovers can be fixed if I don't like it, so I can put that out there, or I can put out a finished album that I've fixed most of the things on, or a photo that I like, it's the right lighting, a blog post, a something, a painting that I've really worked on to the point where I can sleep at night, put that out there. And that's where I was living. I was living in this place of putting out there my more finished products, and God called me to let you guys see the lighting, the brokenness, the weakness, the whatever, and to minister from there, to minister out of the deficit, and to share about that. And that then becomes the live music making. There's a mosquito right here, by the way, that has to happen. And that becomes, I hopefully sets people free for you to show up and be where you're at. Because one of the things I say on these scopes is there's a next right level of risk for each one of us. And it's always going to make you gulp a little bit. So he's going to put you on the edge of the impossible. I was listening to Bill Johnson this morning, and he said we're called to do the impossible. And so we should all be feeling every day like, I'm not going to do this without you, Lord. And to get into a point where we are safe in our discomfort, safe ultimately in him as we take risks and we feel the risk and we are aware that we're utterly dependent on him, and somehow safe, that paradox. So that's part of the journey that I share with you. And I'm learning to make mistakes. I'm learning to be present, and I'm learning to share them with you. And some of you are learning along with me, which is cool. So tonight, who knows? I mean, we're going to be right here, and we're going to do, my son's going to do the camera work until his hand gets tired, and then he's going to hand it off to someone else. And we'll probably have a good, 35, 40 minutes, something like that. And we're going to do that, by the way, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we have time to eat dinner here before we do this. So anyways, that's what's happening. I'm glad the setup is working. I'm glad you're liking it. Now, are you interested to know what has happened with the painting since Friday? That was our hidden trauma painting. I guess A is the hidden one, trauma A, and trauma B is the drama one. Well, I talked to you on Friday about playing, and I think that, playing is healing, and playing takes faith, because playing is risking, playing is putting something out in the world that didn't exist before, right? When you're bowling and you let go of that bowling ball, you are releasing an outcome to the world. It may or may not hit. It may be a gutter ball, right? It's out there. When you are swinging a golf club, when you're putting a hook in and knowing when to pull it out, when you are playing a card game and risking it all to see if you can go out before anyone else does, all these things are acts. Somebody's calling me. They're acts of faith. And play is in and of itself an act of faith. And what do children do? They project out. They say, what if I were the pirate? What if you were a robber and I let you have it with my ray gun? And it's a projecting out of all that is possible. Play is the thought that anything could be possible, and I'm safe to be in that world of possibilities. So I said to you that with my painting, I was going to go play. And a verse popped into my head today when we're thinking about all that we've learned from our process together through all of the periscopes. And this is live streaming for the first time on a YouTube channel, which I have not populated. So this is brand new for people. And also on Facebook Live. Some of you have seen some posts I did on Facebook Live. So if you're wondering what these trauma paintings are about, you can go to my Twitter feed, which is Julie_Lavender on Twitter. And you can go back. I don't post a lot right now except for the videos of what I've been doing, which is painting the idea of overcoming trauma. Trauma A, the hidden things that were never given to you that left you with voids, mystery, and emptiness, and confusion. And trauma B, the traumas that create the PTSD. And we've been working on 2 separate paintings, right, to help us process ideas and revelation and insight, to help us know a different story about our lives. And again, story is the most important thing of all. Because even the wrong story, you won't know where you are in your plot. And you'll give yourself an unhappy ending before you've even gotten to the big turning point, right? And so paintings are helping us tell the story. So where we were on Friday was, I was saying we had done a lot of work, and now we were moving out of abundance. We were learning to live out of what was possible for us because we've done some work and we've done some excavating. We've done some things to find out and understand this hidden trauma of what was never given to us. So I'm not going to go back all over that again. Some of you said you're actually listening to my older scopes and kind of getting a lot out of them, so that's good. And then we had a basket, right? We had a new basket, a new capacity for planting things and growing things and storing things. So, I lost connection a minute ago because somebody had the nerve to call me on the phone, but I declined the call. So, this is where we are now today with trauma hidden trauma painting. That's it. Do you guys remember where we were? That flat, silly rainbow canvas with the... And it's interesting because now there's so much abundance coming out of this capacity that we just see a hint of the basket, of the vessel. That's you and me right here. This is us. Rewoven. What do you think of this? We're rewoven. And now we're not, now our brokenness and our basket is not the point. It's not about us, it's about what's flowing out of us. And now there's so many options and possibilities and colors and shapes and life, and we've got flowers and herbs and grains and all kinds of good stuff. And this is where we're heading, right? This is where we're heading together into our purpose. Are you guys still with me? I just want to make sure, because I did get a phone call. So somebody type in me and let me know if you're still there, and what you think of this. So this is the painting I'm going to be giving away. So if you would like to receive this painting, to be in a drawing to receive this painting, I want you to email me at, okay, I don't have my nifty little handwritten thing, so can you remember this? Julie.lavender, Lavender, Julie.lavender at dreamfarm.vision. So you can get, in a drawing for this, I'm still playing with it, but what do you think? We've come an awful long way from a flat, disconnected, transactional experience into abundance. And this is what we're moving into together. So I don't see chat. I hope you're there. I hope I didn't lose you when I got the phone call. It looks like I'm still recording and all that good stuff. In any event, can you come back tonight at 8 o'clock and we'll explore some abundance, explore some freedom, explore some humanity. You'll still see my broken basket, my in-process basket showing through in the midst of anything I do and anything we share together. And we'll hopefully have a night like this together of all of these things. And I would just want you to get this in your mind and think about how you're moving from that emptiness and that flatness into this kind of fullness, no matter what kind of trauma you have experienced. All right. I will see you guys, tonight. How about I do a little bit more? I'm hoping you're still there. Between you and me, if you were a sea, you'd be storm-tossed. If you were a city, your walls would be falling down. If you were a child, you'd be lost and forlorn in the dark. But you are a soul who is losing control and still grasping for fragments of a fractured heart. How does a stormy soul grow tranquil? How does a tattered destiny mend? How does a stony self find mercy? Only when we learn to bend. Only when we learn to bend. I'll see you guys tonight.